Yes.
We have something special about to happen with him.
Yep. Wait for it. Wait for it. Keep waiting for it, because I don't know when it's going to come out.
It's going to come out very soon here.
Right.
He's getting
Oh, my God. What could it be?
The Nesty
He's
Award.
getting the Nesty Award.
And for those of you that don't know what the Nesty Award is, shame on you.
We're messing
It's
up.
when you've done 10 GSL Code S's in a row.
That's like almost impossible.
That's right.
And so, you know, they're just having a little bit of banter up there. But the reason why we call it the Nesty Award is because Nesty was the first guy to get it.
That's right.
So he gets the cred.
Yeah.
But this is like...
And just to put this out there, there's only a few players. Like Marine King's getting close to an ST award. Supernova had 9 in a row and then fell out of Code S.
Yeah.
He actually was going to get it before MVP, which is hilarious. And now MVP got it. He dropped Code A last season, then fought back in. It was like, bam, there you go. We have 2 players getting it. But yeah, it's almost impossible to get.
It's so hard, man. So this is huge.
It's like...
It's actually funny that MVP didn't get it first. He's got more championships.
Why would MVP be the first recipient of the Nesty Award?
That's true. It would have been the MVP award.
That actually just... No, it wouldn't have been.
It would have been the Nesty Award anyways, of course.
Silly guy.
일단 정훈이가 이길 걸 예상 못했는데 2위에 대해서
MVP, man.
당황스럽고요. 이렇게
How much money has MVP won now?
It's over 300,000 USD, I believe.
Wow, that's actually a really good drawing.
Yeah, it is.
That's really good. Wow. Whoa.
Kissing one of Nesty's trophies, that's kind of weird.
How Nesty feels about that. By the way, it is so cold in Korea lately.
That it is.
It's like when you walk around, like I have long arms, so when I wear gloves, there's still part of my wrist exposed because my arm still sticks out of the shirt. And so like even then it's actually too cold. It's like just even my little wrists and my nose hurt. Look at that.
Look at that. That's a pretty sick looking award, actually.
That is, man.
I love how GSL has some of those impossible to get rewards or awards in the world.
Awards, yeah.
Like, for instance, the G5L trophy for winning 5 Code S's. It's like, you guys are never going to need 2 of those, okay? Probably MVP will get one eventually. Maybe Nesty or MC, but that's it.
That's it.
And then there's the Nesty Award. It's like, is that the last Nesty Award that will ever be given out? It could be.
Yeah, it certainly
could be. If they give out a total of 5 of those things, I will be in shock.
They probably don't have 5 in the back of the stadium, man.
I guarantee you they don't even get them made until someone wins them because they're like, what?
I guess we got to do something about that.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Royal Rotor thing. Like, hey, if you win a Code S on your first try, you get a sword.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and you get to kill the loser with it. Yeah. I know how to make good TV.
Yeah.
It's like when I proposed that when we get a guy that's eliminated from Code S, we actually fill his booth up with water or poisonous gas.
That would be a lot of fun.
Especially
if it's like gas, you can see it's coming up.
It's like water. He's like swimming to the top and stuff.
Yeah.
The gas just kills him, and the whole audience is like, yeah, like esports. If I had control of everything. All right, so here's KeeN.
Yep. KeeN, definitely a player a lot of people like. He's got a lot of flair, a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And the guy knows how to kill people. He knows how to win. I don't know if there's a better way to really describe who he is and what he does.
Well, I mean, he'll do whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
I feel like he's on the bottom tier of Code S players, which means he's one of the best players in the whole world, hands down. You can't dispute it. But,
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But, you know, he will cheese if he has to. He'll do whatever build it takes. He'll blind counter. And that's why he's here. And
to be honest,
last season, or not, yeah.
To be honest, last season he played so well. He didn't make it. He didn't get too far, but he played so ridiculously well. I was like, what? This isn't.
I think he's a great addition to Code S.
Oh, he is.
Like, oh, what's KeeN gonna do this time?
Yeah. No, we have no idea. This guy, he could cheese every game here. He can play macro games too. He can do tricky stuff. He's a fun player to watch, and I love his ceremonies.
Oh,
The gift is the greatest thing ever, man.
And here is MVP. He is basically the most accomplished player. Well, he is the most accomplished player in the world.
Yes. He's...
Because Nesty let him.
Well, Nesty doesn't really travel.
Nesty actually, so you guys know, he actually hates the long flights.
Yeah, well, he's 9 feet tall,
yeah.
You know.
What is he? Yeah, he's 6'3".
12 Codesses. So, yeah, him and Marine King are tied on 12, and I think Nesty probably has 12 as well.
12 or 11, yeah.
Well, Nesty has more than 11 because he got the Nesty Award and he's in it. Yeah, no, I think Nesty has to have more than 11.
So then he has 12.
I think he has to have 12. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
We'll see tomorrow because he plays tomorrow, Tasteless. Oh! Instead of casting this game, do you just want to talk with me about how good Nesty is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so instead of talking about these two guys, Akalon Flats. Now, if this was a 3-player map, like for instance, if you started Nesty in the natural of KeeN, and then KeeN and MVP had the 2 real starting spots and played against Nesty, then they might be able to.
Well, here's probably what happened: is Nesty would use the force to turn off MVP's computer, and then he would force choke KeeN and win.
You know what I think he'd do is just open with a quick spawning pool on 6 and just make queens, and then out micro his opponents and kill them. Right when you think you're about to kill the queen, transfusion from the next queen. You can't stop that. No, man.
All right, guys, on to game number 1 here between KeeN and MVP. This is GSL Codes. All right, on our new map we go. In the bottom right, the most accomplished player of all time, the best player of all time, if you go off records, he is none other than MVPKeeN.
Well, not
oh
the
my
best
God,
most accomplished.
I messed it up. Tasteless dropped the ball.
Seems like you're rather keen of that player.
Yeah. Enemy for left. The guy who I was trying to describe earlier, he's really good. He is MVP.
Tasteless.
Yeah, what's up?
What does KeeN say if he's falling down the stairs backwards by accident? And he's startled.
Neek? I don't know what.
Yeah.
Am I right?
You got it.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm good at this.
How did you guess my terribly lame joke? What the hell was that?
Well, you asked, you gave it to me, and I'm like, well, maybe I can do something with this. And I'm like, well, I'm falling down the stairs backwards. I was like, Neek. And then I'm like, all right, Artosis, you tell me the real joke here. Like,
no.
You know.
That was it. That was it completely. Congratulations.
Wow.
You don't need me anymore. You've leveled up. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Looks like it's going to be a 1-Rax expand against a gas opening by KeeN. And
go on.
We do see that MVP beat KeeN last time he played. No big surprise there. MVP's a god.
We've nicknamed MVP the Baleen Whale Nerd because
and the Game Genie Terran.
Yeah, the Game Genie Terran. Because as he plays, his mouth gets more and more open. He like relaxes his jaw, so he looks like a baleen whale catching nerd krill.
Yes.
Yes.
He's looks very much like that.
It's it is uncanny how how it resembles that.
Mm.
I'm assuming that KeeN's going to go into Banshee. He could go into Hellion Drop.
Yeah, he definitely could go into something like that.
I don't feel like that's really as popular anymore. Not that it's not good. It's just people aren't doing it for whatever reason right now.
You know, this is kind of a funny map because the main base is really big and it juts out to the side very, very far. So something like a drop actually isn't bad at all.
But then again, he's not getting a second refinery, so I guess it is Banshee.
Yeah, that's a pretty quick second refinery as well. MVP is going straight into a couple gases, so his tech's going to be coming up reasonably quickly as well. And he's going to want to get out of Viking as quickly as possible, and possibly see Chinks, especially if there's going to be any sort of crazy Hellion Drop shenanigans.
Yeah.
All right. Tasteless, do you think MVP will take this 2-0 or 2-1?
I think it's going to be 2-0.
2-0? Okay.
That's what I think.
Notice how I didn't ask if you thought KeeN would take, because I know you wouldn't think KeeN would take this.
No, I don't know how you were able to read my thoughts so well, but
we're connected.
We are. We're like Avatar or whatever.
That's true, and our tails plug right into the GOM studio.
Yeah.
Which is our life tree that lets us know all these things. When we're casting, guys, and you don't see us on camera, there's all sorts of this white floaty things landing all over us.
Was there supposed to be in the Avatar movie? There was supposed to be a sex scene that they actually removed. They connected those, or was that actually in the movie?
They showed him connect it. Does that count?
There was supposed to be something, I mean, basically the same thing, but just like a love-making scene.
Well, you could tell it was going to be a love-making.
Yeah, yeah. I guess they cut that out.
Their tails connected.
Can I say his avatar actually sucks.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
No, man, it's like Ferngully in space.
Oh, I was about to say, Ferngully in space.
Well, it's not.
I'm so tired of the movie. They're like, don't mess with nature.
I actually just watched that again recently.
Whether it's like Jurassic Park or Island of Dr. Moreau.
I actually
should never have toyed with Mother Nature.
It's kind of a sad film.
Which film?
Avatar.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's sad and it sucks.
I hate it when the good guys don't end up winning, man.
Actually, I kind of like dark endings in movies.
Well, then you must like Avatar because the blue people chased away the Americans, and that one guy was...
They were Americans in that movie, I swear. They were not Earthlings. Those guys were straight up Americans.
Straight up Americans.
Yeah.
There's not even a question.
If you've never met Americans, that's basically exactly what we're like.
No, that's us
we
right
killed the tree in Avatar.
All right. So, KeeN right now going a couple command centers with Cloak Banshee. And we'll see what he can get done with this Cloak Banshee. Look at that Hellion seeing the Banshee come, so he knows exactly where it's coming from.
I'm pretty sure since it's an MVP, he probably caught a glimpse of it. Well, did he see it was a Banshee? Did he see the blip? Because Hellion went back for a second. He might have thought it was an SCV.
Yeah, that's a possibility. He has his Marines in his main base, though. Yeah, actually, I guess he thought it was a blip because he just rallied a Hellion there as well. So, all right. Anyways, this is going to be enough to chase this guy away. Does he have scans? Let's see. He's already making a turret. It has one scan from the natural. One from the main is coming up too.
Wow, he has actually got some solid defense here.
He's going to want for this Banshee to overcommit. Now, probably going to go for a Raven since he switched over that Starport. And yeah, in fact, he is. Look at that.
He could actually scan here if he wanted. It was actually stuck between the two turrets there.
Excuse me.
Artosis, you have the... Artosis has the cutest cup. He's coughing his ass off right now. I'm watching him.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, he's waiting for an overcommittal of the Banshee, probably.
Right.
But the Banshee didn't really overcommit, so now he's just waiting for it to run out of his cloak, which he knows is about to happen. And down, the Banshee will go in just a moment. But KeeN so far has killed 7 workers.
Yeah, that's a good amount of damage. You probably want to get over 10 kills, ideally. 10 plus kills.
Yeah, you know, double kill Banshee, double... I can't believe I can't think of this. My brain just died.
Suddenly Artosis broke at that moment. Yeah. He can't cast anymore.
That was the end. All right, so. But 7 kills is not bad, and with KeeN grabbing 2 quick command centers, you know, he's going to be able to pull ahead in SCVs.
I think this is one of these builds that we should see more of, is what KeeN's doing. Not just going for Banshee, but then following the Banshee build up with 2 command centers.
Yeah,
and then with the 2 command centers, you go straight into Bio or Marine Tank.
Yeah, he's getting rather quick tanks, and I think that's just to be super safe against MVP hitting any sort of weird timing where you move up with your tanks right away. Because, you know, you get 2-3 tanks in siege mode, and push up, your opponent doesn't have siege mode.
Oh, this is going to get trapped.
in trouble.
Completely shot down here. Oh, I wish the map went farther over to the left.
And the other Banshee will get away for now.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we do see that MVP's going for mech, and I wouldn't be surprised if MVP goes mech every single game today. I was talking to the IM head coach with Tasis out back, and he said that MVP's injury's kind of bad right now.
Oh,
you know,
God.
It goes through ups and downs.
Burnt myself.
But I'm sorry, man.
This water's really hot.
Well, listen, you're not getting sympathy because we're talking about MVP and his injury, which is far worse.
So foolish of me to get burned during that.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
But I don't know why you're trying to take the spotlight away from MVP and his injury.
Actually, that's true. MVP.
Tasis like hears me talk about someone that's in pain right now. He pours hot water on his own hand. He's like, well, look at me, I'm Tasis.
What you don't know is I've been poisoning you for a long time. Artosis, every time you get sick, I just do it so people can feel bad for me if I have to cast and you're tired. It's like some weird Cassian Munchausen thing.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up, Tasis.
Yeah, man.
But MVP going mech here, and as I was saying, I think he'll probably go mech every game because your hand speed, for the most part, isn't going to need to be quite as quick. The mechanics are going to be a little bit easier in a lot of ways.
So we got, oh, no, Helling's going to back off. Yeah, I agree with you. And just so you guys understand, MVP pinched, was it a pinched nerve in his spine?
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly what he has, but he has some problems with his wrist and his back and stuff.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's actually in pain while he's playing right now, which means he's not able to practice, which is a testament to how smart he must be if he's still able to stay on top like he is now.
Yeah, like his practice isn't going to be nearly as in-depth as some players, which means he's going to have to spend more time thinking about it and running through it in your head. But there's been studies that thinking about like something like a strategy game like this, it's not worth as much as actually practicing, but it's worth quite a bit.
Yeah, if you spend a lot of time thinking about this and not just grinding, like oh my god, way too many StarCraft players do.
The thing is, some of the very specific timings and the reaction speed and mechanics, it's hard to actually keep it up. Well, here we are with MVP making yet another command center. They both have secured their third bases at this point. And the thing is KeeN going to be able to get any damage done? Or is he just going to, take a few more bases and try to maybe transition into something like Sky Terran? Well, right now he's adding Raxes. He's not adding command centers. So it's looking like he wants to get maybe some aggression on.
Yeah. And I mean, guys, just because MVP is so solid, do not let that water down how good KeeN is. KeeN is very scary. He's a very flexible player.
Oh, yeah. KeeN is
I'd say at this point in time, I think he's better than MVPKeeN.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. He's, I mean, MVPKeeN's pretty sick still. Nice snipe there. That is a really great snipe.
Wow, really punished this.
Indeed he did. Those are two tanks that KeeN should not be losing right now. And in fact, look at that. MVP already has his turret ring up. A little drop going on down here.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to do very much.
They're going to be able to get this, and this will all be cleaned up once we get some other tanks over there.
And with that point fence thrown out, the Marauders aren't doing anything, and he's just going to kill everything off. This is so well done by MVP, and KeeN in a lot of trouble right now. MVP just is so far this game outplaying him in basically every way. He's going to have 4 bases up with mech against a 3-base bio user, and they're going to have similar supplies.
Yeah.
Can you get into a better situation than that?
Not really.
Not really.
All right, so the Marines and Marauders are coming out now. A little scan over here. I don't think the KeeN should go in there, because that would be 3 failed attacks in the course of 2 minutes.
Well, look at that siege tank line. While I look at the siege tank line, I wonder why anyone would go bio on this.
No, I was about to say basically the same thing as the 3 bases there. That's pretty easy to seal off.
Yeah,
you know? Wow.
He's got 11 tanks, and he looks completely unbreakable at this point of the game. 11 tanks is not that hard to get to. This is pretty frightening, actually. KeeN, though, is making 2 command centers behind this, so he's going to be able to take quite a few more bases. He can get a little contain on and things like that. But look at this. The turret coverage is perfect.
All right, the Marines coming up here. Again, he's not really doing a lot of damage here.
No. Well, the 3 Marines are actually doing pretty well overall. 4 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills. Look at that. They actually got a ton of kills. Those were valuable Marines.
Yeah. Whoa, they're going to stay valuable because tanks can't shoot as far as they look like they can.
Yeah. KeeN.
For what?
KeeN's now killed 25 SCDs. These 3 Marines are badasses. 2 of them will live on in our memory, and this guy looks like he'll finally be going down.
Yeah.
But that was like
a Scarface death there for him, man. You ever see Scarface?
No, I still haven't.
Oh God, you got to see that. It was really good.
I definitely have to see that. The funny thing is, I have the DVD at home. I just have not watched it.
You should check it out for real.
Yeah. Wow, look at that rally point.
That sucks.
Oops.
Oopsies.
Goodbye, Reactor. There's no real point to kill that. Okay,
see you in Reactor hell. All right. So basically, this entire time, KeeN's been trying to set up a contain so he can catch up in tanks because he did a different opener. But there's going to be a tough map to do a contain on.
Yeah. It's a wide area for him to siege up, to be honest. And let's see if this Marine can get 5-6 kills. Very well may. That 2 armor upgrade, it's going to take a while for these SCDs to kill him.
Yep. But finally they do. Yeah. Speaking of armor upgrades, 3-3 for MVP is almost done. He's going to be... I'm sorry, yes, thank you for KeeN. And it looks like we're going to see MVP switch into Sky Terran.
Yeah, it's the right choice. You know, this is a great way for him to play this out. If you try to go mech and keep pushing across the map against a good contain like this, it can get pretty hard. But if you start switching a little bit more into Sky Terran, the thing is he doesn't even have to go Battlecruiser right away, even though it looks like he is. Just mixing in some Banshees can be really good. And in fact, that's why KeeN has a Thor out already. Because he's decided he doesn't want a Banshee tank push to just crush through his contain.
I gotta say, this is some of the best I've ever seen KeeN play.
He
looks really good. I mean, he's failed some attacks, but look at the position. MVP's contained.
Yeah, he certainly is.
Uh-oh.
Well, there should be a point fence jump come out. Oh, doesn't even do it.
Tried to bait one out.
Yeah.
And it did not work. That was a smart move, though, by KeeN.
Yeah, that was super good. You know, just pick off a couple things and run away. And what if he had thrown out point fence run? That's good. That's buys KeeN a little bit more time at least.
And he's going to be going into Battlecruisers maybe quicker than we thought. He's already getting one out here now. I was on your page. I thought he was going to get some Banshees first.
Yeah. Yamato Cannon on the way, and that's going to help him to start pushing things back. Very useful spell. Starting to kill off some of his own units so he can get more Battlecruisers as well. KeeN, in the meantime, going for a lot more defense centers.
All right, here we go.
Well, yeah,
White defense throws are put out here. Infantry flanking from the top here. But this is a lot of siege tanks.
It is, but he's dropping on top of them as well.
What? KeeN?
Wow, very well done.
He just killed like a dozen tanks?
Well, you know what? He did, and a big part of that was dropping on top. All the Vikings were over to the right-hand side. If they had been sitting a little bit closer to the tanks, he may have prevented that drop and had a few more tanks left over. But as it is, that was great.
It's 7 tanks from KeeN, and it is 10 here for MVP. So MVP's still with a tank lead, but
it's not as significant.
Right.
The one thing we can say, though, is he is building battlecruisers, and you know, battlecruiser tank is pretty ultimate. You know, he can push right through these bioforces. They deal a lot of DPS to the ground. They really have huge damage output. So things like Marines are not going to be all that useful, which is going to force KeeN to go into Vikings. But with MVP already starting his air upgrades and already having more starports, he's going to be able to keep up his Viking production too. So even though he lost a lot of tanks there, which is bad, you never want to do with mech, this is still definitely a position that he has the potential to win from.
We're going to need to see MVP push out in the next minute here because right now KeeN is eating up too much of the map.
Yeah.
KeeN now has 2 additional bases over MVP.
That is true. He has to be careful, though, because he can't get too many SCVs. So even though you might have more bases in a mirror matchup, if you have too many workers, then your opponent's army may get
if you have a ton of bases in your Terran, you just start dropping more mules.
Yeah, that is completely
true. So I mean, you're actually still getting way more income.
Yeah, for sure. All right, this is pretty efficient right now for KeeN. I mean, MVP is. That was a little bit sloppy.
I think MVP got a little bit too greedy, and now he's realizing he can't get outside of his base.
Yeah, I think he wanted to maybe lose some Hellions or something like that. But now he's remaking, so maybe not. And in fact, he's starting to run forward here. A lot of units will be taken out, but he's pushing forward quite well. We do have 4 BCs out, though, with 2 more on the way. So when those actually move out, he's going to be able to go right through this very Marine light army.
All right, so Marines and well, it's gathering up right outside here, outside of MVP's base here. A little bit back and forth.
Yeah, notice that he is unsieging and moving forward a little bit here, but actually with the battlecruisers here, that is not the right call. KeeN backing up now.
All right, now we have KeeN going into his own Sky Terror. Now, it looks like just about now, finally, he's managed to break out with the battlecruisers here.
And he's got to get something done right now.
Ooh, really nice. That was really cool.
Yeah,
it's just a nerd. That was really cool. His tanks actually shoot down those. The amount of guns.
I was going to say, just as a StarCraft aficionado, that was really cool because he needs to lower the tank amount so that he can move around the map more quickly with his own tanks.
No, for me, I was like, I'm a nerd in the battleship that shot the tank.
Well, this is a lot of starports on the way, and as you said,
this is basically the climax at this point in time, guys.
Yeah, KeeN is actually on 6 bases, so his economy is insanely good. He's even going for nukes.
KeeN, I think, is going to potentially. I was trying to say he's going to win this. I can't really see the Marauders.
Yeah, battlecruisers are showing their value here, Tasteless. That's for sure.
Remember, Thors are not actually good against battlecruisers.
No, they are not.
I know they're generally associated with anti-air, but they're actually not.
No.
strong against them. So
yeah, the armor on Battlecruisers, the damage, it's all of it's too big. The Battlecruiser really is a great unit in this matchup, except against Vikings, which KeeN is making 6 of at a time right now.
Stimming coming in here now. Right now, KeeN at the kind of tables in the third right now. It's 150 right now to 200 supply, and MVP supply is not wavering. It is staying right at 200. He cannot make any more units in the game, and a nuke just got pointed. That is MVP turnaround.
Well,
wait, I think he's killed the ghost.
I think
he just got the ghost. Yeah.
But we have Vikings popping out right now for KeeN. But look at this, MVP supply going way high up right now. And these Battlecruisers actually
He's actually going straight for the heart.
Swing.
This is so smart. He's not going to go for the other expansions.
Yeah. And you know what? He needs to bring down some mules or something to repair these VCs. They are low on health, and he does not want to lose his VCs right now.
All an MVP has to do, he's sending SCVs now. All he has to do is get this army up into the high ground of KeeN's base, and it's GG, and I don't think KeeN can recoup from this.
Yeah, and notice he's even starting to build some turrets out here. And that's exactly what he needs to do, because KeeN's one real way to victory here is killing off the BCs with his Vikings and coming back through kind of a Sky Terran victory. But against missile turrets, of course, that's never going to happen.
Another scan over here. And let's see, slowly pushing into the main here.
Yeah,
I think this game is essentially done. I mean,
yeah, KeeN doesn't have many chances left.
KeeN had MVP in like a Muay Thai clench, if you will, for most of this game, but finally MVP got out of it, just beat down KeeN.
And now some of the Battlecruisers being picked off. See, this is the type of move KeeN needs. But still, KeeN has very little economy right now, and if you look at the supplies, even if you take away every Battlecruiser that MVP has, his army is still better.
Yeah.
And the Battlecruisers can literally just sit over the siege tanks, which makes it so that you can never sit
try to fire a nuke here.
Yeah, in fact, that could end up working. What? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, he doesn't know.
He shouldn't have been kiting that so hard. With the Vikings.
I think the Battlecruisers dodged that.
Yeah, that would have been brutal. Are we going to watch Blue Flame
Hellions versus a building?
And not just a building, a planetary. Alright, that's not going to work. Alright, well, a lot of these Battlecruisers are actually going down, but the missile turrets are here, so KeeN has to be super careful about this. In fact, he's just suiciding on them, deciding he has to kill these so that his Marauders and Marines have a chance of killing the siege tanks. And you know what? It's working out for him.
Yamato got to get some of those Vikings. Like, well, I got it. I might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well use it on something. Nice kiting here, but all of KeeN's actions are being occupied kiting these Battlecruisers. His main is getting obliterated.
You see, such a good spot. GG indeed.
That was a good game.
Yeah. You know what? That was a great
And I'm not just saying it because KeeN said GG. Wow. It was a good game, actually, Artosis.
That's really good of you.
Yeah. Call him like I see him. Well, you can see KeeN very frustrated with that. I mean, that was a long game where he was winning for about, what, like 90% of it, and then the last 10%.
Yeah.
MVP came out and ran him over.
You know, MVP, he got just such a better unit composition than KeeN. You have to be careful going Marine Marauder. You really do. You have to stay on top of any tech switches from your opponent. He did a nice contain for a little bit in there, but I mean, you've got to have your starports ready. You have to preemptively get them. And he was so busy scanning the front of the army, waiting for a breakout or trying to break in, that he never really checked for BCs until it was too late. Yeah, he saw the BCs by chance when they flew over a scan at the front. So, I mean, KeeN needs to be careful about things like that, because this is exactly the style that's going to be good for MVP when he's hurt.
Here's a question. Will one of these guys double racks?
What map are we going on?
We haven't been told yet. We'll see soon.
Double racks? No, I don't think so. Maybe a proxy Marauder rush?
Oh, maybe that's becoming more popular.
No. We will see, Tasteless. Daybreak it is. Do you think we'll see a rush, a cheese here? And if so, by
Actually, you know, MVP cheese is more than most pro gamers.
Yeah, he mixes in quite a few.
And KeeN will do absolutely anything to keep his Codex career alive.
That's true.
You know?
KeeN
I mean, he will be able to proxy getting or punching an old lady. I mean, he'll do it, man.
KeeN is a sellsword, man.
He is a sellsword. What is that sellsword's name? The one that helps Tyrion out?
Oh,
For...
Yeah, it is cold out, but
No, what is it?
I don't know. I can't
Someone
think
let me
of
know on
this right
Twitter. Call me Tasteless. He's Artosis.
And this is the Codex.
And this, you close it out. Go.
I already did.
This is
the Codex.
This is the Codex. All right, I'm going to do the intro right this time. In the upper right, the sellsword nerd. He is
MVPKeeN.
Has anybody updated us on Twitter? The name is. Oh, don't any of you guys read Game of Thrones? Oh, but I watched an HBO series. Read the book. At the bottom left, we've got the best player, most accomplished player of all time. He is
MVP.
It's Braun, the sellsword. Thank you. Wow, lots of nerds answered me that one.
Oh, yeah, Braun. That's right, of course.
There's at least a dozen more nerds that were typing in. They're about to tweet. And they're like, no! I wanted to tell Tasteless.
Yeah. And you know at least 2 of the nerds that sent that Googled it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
What is his name?
They did more props to him. Outsourcing my, crowdsourcing, in fact, I believe would be the technical term. All right, my nerd stuff.
No proxy axes this game, Tasteless. Sorry. Sorry, Tasteless, not this time. I know that you love games that destroy the game because it's not the way a game is meant to be played, but it's not happening this time, Tasteless.
My goal of ruining esports has been foiled.
Yep.
So
I just keep coughing, man.
Yeah, I've been having a pretty chronic cough. I think it's just the weather out here, man. It's so cold.
No, I like swallowed spit down the wrong way.
Oh, it went down the wrong tube?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, and you're hacking it back up. Your lungs are working that back
something
up?
Something like that. It's, God, we're about, hold B Tasteless, because I'm about to evolve into coughing.
That's pretty funny.
I thought so.
No problem.
Someone's like, technically coughing is the first form of that Pokemon. I'm like, no, actually, Artosis is the first form.
Yeah, man.
Just hasn't come out with that expansion pack of Pokemon yet. All right, well.
If I was a Pokemon, which Pokemon would I be? Be honest.
I have to think about it for a minute, but I'll get one for you.
Mewtwo.
No, you went, what? Tasteless. You always do this.
What?
You're like, if... You always choose, like, you're like, if this was Game of Thrones, wouldn't I be Ned Stark? No!
No, I wouldn't be Ned Stark.
No.
Man. I would survive in Game of Thrones, man.
You're the sellsword that dies, Braun's friend. Anyways, just because you're on the GSL doesn't mean you're the superhero in every
yes,
show.
it does. That's exactly what it
No,
means.
I'm sorry. But, we'll get to that in a minute. I'm thinking about the Pokemon thing. I'll figure one out for you. So far in this game, KeeN did scout, saw that it was a fast command center. In the meantime, he is going into his own pretty quick command center along with Reactor Hellion. Good opening, but it will be scouted immediately by MVP. And so he'll be able to get ready for it.
All right.
I'm still thinking on this.
I'm really satisfied with KeeN beat Braun from Game of Thrones.
He's
if you look at Game of Thrones, like they're all Code S players.
Yeah.
No, he's Braun.
Huh.
Question is, who is his Tyrion?
As a player?
Yeah.
Nesty?
Is Nesty Tyrion?
Isn't Tyrion the smartest person in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but Nesty's just so tall. He's like 189 centimeters.
Tasteless, I don't just look at people for their height like you.
Well, I'm a heightist, okay? I'm a severe heightist.
Well, I'm a brainist. And the smartest person is the smartest person.
Artosis just discriminates against other brains. So
that's right.
Actually, I'm a brainist too, to be honest. I'm a heightist brainist. I'm picky.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, well, KeeN looks like he's going to go right into siege tanks. Yes,
I guess so.
He is. All right, well, going straight into siege tanks here. MVP, in the meantime, looks like he's probably going to be going into a Banshee. Not making any of his own siege tanks here yet. He's just getting, oh, actually he does start one immediately. So, looks like, no, he's going to go into a Viking tank, which is not a bad call.
No, not at all.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. He can just occupy this location now. He doesn't need to even go farther.
Yeah, yeah. But when that siege tank pops out, he will end up losing a few Hellions, which will be a little bit annoying. Not a huge deal. Oh, MVP has to be careful. Doesn't want to pump those up, or he'll take more damage than he should.
Now, he could lose these Hellions as long as he just keeps the Terran from mining. In fact, really, MVP's kind of messing up. He should actually be mining in his main.
Yeah, this was actually, just the fact that he attacked like that was almost a small... And he wants to kind of get lucky here and just kill those off right away.
Just chill out, KeeN.
Yeah.
That was pretty nicely done. And now we got a push coming up here. And note, siege mode just now finished for KeeN. So he might actually have a nice little timing push here. So he's going for some very interesting early aggression.
Yeah, and don't forget that those Hellions did weaken the Marines. They killed a few of them off and weakened some others. So it's going to be harder for MVP to rally a big defense. But MVP got his siege tanks out relatively quickly here. The problem is, as you said, Tasis, he doesn't have siege mode. So he's going to have to do things like occupy the top of this ramp. But he didn't bring many units. So, you know, that is an issue. He may have to land this Viking as well and pull some SCVs.
Now, if he pulls SCVs,
really
he won't take this out.
And here you go. He does pull the SCVs, in fact.
Actually, this is like not a good build from KeeN. Now that I'm watching this,
Yeah.
that,
MVP.
that strat is based off the predicate that you're going to be too scared to attack the push.
Yeah, that or let's say that, you know, he went into Hellions instead of siege tanks. That would have been a little bit harder, but even then, he needed more siege tanks there with him instead of just that one, because that'll get cleaned up even against Hellions instead of siege tanks. So that was weird. KeeN was not gonna succeed with that at any point.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about what we were talking about earlier about which characters I am. Remember when I asked you who I am in Mortal Kombat? You said I'm Johnny Cage.
You are Johnny Cage.
That's so funny.
Huh. I know you want to be Sub-Zero.
I want to be Scorpion so bad, but I'm just not. I'm Johnny
Cage.
Cage.
You're not Scorpion, man. Some people are Scorpion. You're not one of them. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate to be the guy who has to reality check here, but you know, it's just.
Thanks for reining me in, Artosis.
Yeah, I know. I got to do it, man.
Well, this is an odd. I mean, I get the idea behind this, but this is interesting. He's going to occupy the third base, and MVP seems to have no interest in doing that.
Well, MVP, you know, he is making the command center, but by the time his command center is done, he floats it down there. He'll have so many units, he could easily overwhelm KeeN. Just slaughter that army off and lose almost nothing. So some of KeeN's decisions here are a little bit questionable, and in fact, he's coming up trying to get something done here. Absolutely not going to happen.
He could actually go around and try to catch this on the way out.
I was going to say, if he took half that army and went around the other side, that would be about the smartest thing he could do.
He can actually still cut that army off, though.
Yeah, I don't think he will really do that, though. It's hard to say. I think it doesn't quite catch it anyways, but looks like he might just be going for one of his own attacks, and with this many siege tanks, plus he has a higher Viking count, so he's going to have the spotting. It's not a bad situation for him.
No, not at all.
He can definitely get in and at least put on some light pressure and a smoke.
Oh, okay, so he is actually going to cut it off.
Oh, wow.
Well, that sucks. I think actually, with the these two tanks, even if this tank gets away, I mean, it's basically useless. He can actually push here. Oh, never mind. There's a siege tank on the high ground.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't see that one.
Siege mode. I mean, he can kill the bunker. He can make this uncomfortable for KeeN, but that's about it. In fact, he just gives up on the bunker immediately. I like the counter drop idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
he knows that, you know, against these siege tanks, it's going to be hard to actually get in there. But oh well, actually, MVP's stim isn't actually that far along. If his stim was about to finish, then he might be able to break that, but not right now.
Nah, yeah, he's gonna take it easy.
Yeah. As he should.
Oh, KeeN's going to try to hit this from two sides. He's going to sandwich this little flippy flank.
Oh, no, he's moving towards MVP.
Oh, that's too bad, because I think the flank would have been better.
Well, with stim, he might, if these tanks aren't sieged when he gets there, there is that possibility that he can deal some serious damage. For instance, this command center, if MVP is the least bit slow about it, stim Marines can pick one of those off pretty darn quickly.
This is like so hard to push like this. I'm always impressed when I see Terrence push like this.
And look at this, the command center MVP is floating in the wrong direction.
What is he doing, actually? This is alarming. Oh, man, this is actually unforgivable.
That's a big kill right there. That is a big, big kill. MVP continuing to move forward. Uh-oh, this is actually really bad for KeeN. He can move his siege tanks up and siege actually a lot of the production and part of the ramp. Oh, that is huge. What a great position.
Well, MVP might just force this into it all in because he lost that command center.
Well, you know what? Right now, he lost the command center, but with the places he can put his siege tanks, the ramp can no longer be used.
Yeah.
So as long as he can keep his Viking count up, as long as he can keep those alive and keep vision, This is... KeeN can't really
Oh,
move.
oh, drop over here. Nice reactions there. And he'll see right back up where he left off.
A lot of repairing going down on these Vikings. Vikings so important right now. KeeN producing 2 at a time, MVP as well, but they're closer to KeeN, so KeeN is going to be able to push back the vision from MVP. He's probably going to want to stop using mules to a certain extent to have enough scans to really hold this, because the longer he holds his position, the more painful this becomes for KeeN.
Really, it's off to KeeN to break this contain. If he breaks this contain, he can win, but oh, there's going to be an unintentional engagement on both sides, unless MVP takes the bottom round. Okay, but all right, so there will be an engagement here, and if the rest of this army gets, if MVP's army catches up to where KeeN is, oh, this is tough.
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to ditch it. I wouldn't chase any further. Now we have this push continuing to occur here, and I don't know. I mean, I think if he has enough tanks, he could edge up. Oh, very interesting decision here from MVP. He says, all right, I've done enough damage. Let me go back.
Yeah, you know, I think he realizes that the air super already has gone to KeeN at this point, so he needs to be a little bit more careful with where he is. And look at KeeN. Look at the third base KeeN's decided to take. This is what I love about this guy. He's actually taking MVP's 4th or 5th base as his
This
third.
is really smart.
Yeah, that's like...
You normally see people do this if they're behind or they're not confident they can win, but...
No, I think it's a smart move in this situation where he's got such
MVP's
contain.
probably not going to check up here.
Probably not. I mean, there's no real reason for him to go up there right now.
Uh-oh, we got an engagement here. Do we? Yes, no, we don't.
Ooh, KeeN trying to be very smart there, moving around.
The sensor tower almost gives away MVP's contained there. Now MVP's going to go ahead for an interception here. He sees the blips and disappear. Oh, but it's a fakie. He's turning back around.
It's a fakie.
It's
a double fakie. He's going in.
He's a 180 fakie. I use skateboarding terms to describe what StarCraft plays. Right. He's going to have to ollie back into his base.
Well, he might want to misty flip those Vikings to take out some of the Marines.
Oh, yours is so much better than mine.
Well, I mean, this is a crazy game, man. They're both maxing basically on 2 bases because this has been so back and forth with the positioning. This has been one of the more positional games that we've seen in the GSL from anybody, including Ryung, including Dion.
Yeah, this is quite a chess game here. Now, initially, I thought MVP was going to go all the way back home, and I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to learn something here.
Yeah.
But now I see, no, he just went to the easier control contain spot.
Well, look at this, Tasteless.
This is a lot of...
that is a deadly drop indeed.
He sees it. Ooh. That's not good for KeeN.
Well, you know what? He has
the option of either saving his base.
He can actually siege up right there, and as units come, just kill them. You know, he can... There's a lot of things that can happen.
We have the third under attack.
Wow, and this is a really good attack by MVP because most of KeeN's army is out in medevacs, and in fact...
Oh, you said last second he tried to repair that.
Wow. And look at this drop getting the SCVs, and in fact, MVP could be in trouble at home as well. He sent a lot of Marines up here, but that doesn't matter. What matters is this frontal attack by KeeN.
Yeah, KeeN can actually do a lot of damage here with a small bio army, but nope, those last few tank volleys have softened that up just as that was close, because... Oh, he's going to actually go around the army. They're not sieged.
Well, this is getting pretty bloody. A lot of SCVs are coming out. He's got to pull those Marines back, and
everything dies.
So much carnage.
Wow, nicely done. Nice save there by KeeN. But
oh, those SCVs are so red.
It is 46 SCVs to 45.
And that could have been 30 SCVs easily with 1 more or 2 more tank volleys.
Yep.
That was so
Look
crazy.
at this, we're at almost 20 minutes, 7 seconds away from 20 minutes, and nobody can hold down a third base.
Yeah, I think MVP is in a lot of trouble, Tasteless. He's not dead quite yet, but look at the supplies. He's so far down, and the tank count right now...
5-1.
Yeah, that's important. That's really important.
But we'll see. I mean, MVP's been in worse situations, and
He's been in the worst situations of anybody can come back.
Yeah. So KeeN has to drive a stake through MVP's heart, like now, you know, or I don't know, use garlic, whatever else you kill vampires, but he has to.
I don't know that MVP is actually a vampire.
If
he was a vampire, he'd be
Is he a Borg?
No, he's definitely not Borg. He would be the Borg Queen, maybe.
Is he a Predator?
No,
actually, Predator's pretty
He's actually even scarier than that. He's MVP.
He's an MVP.
Yeah. Well, here we go. KeeN pushing forward. MVP a bit out of position.
This could be a game ender here.
And the Marines from the bottom. He skimmed twice in a short amount of time.
Oh, he messed up an attack. That's going to be GG.
Yeah, that's it. GG. Well done by KeeN. That was solid, man. MVP put a lot of pressure on him at different times. KeeN was pretty sneaky. That big draw, it was a little bit risky, but it ended up working out for him very, very well.
Yeah, it did. So we're going to go into game number 3 here. That was a really high-end game. I actually love it when I see TVTs where nobody can get a base.
Yeah, they're very interesting. It's so positional. You have to really, use the value of your units, keep them alive, get value out of them by microing them correctly, position them correctly, because you can't waste. You just can't waste anything.
All right, well, we're going to see what map MVP would play on if he had his choice.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? I'm going to say it again. I think one of these two guys could proxy.
It could be.
KeeN especially.
I feel like it's going to be Planet S, maybe. MVP probably doesn't have as much practice on there, but it's a good map for mech, so I could see that. Just go to Planet S and do a mech game and see if he can force a win like that.
Actually, I think you're right. If he's going to play a long game, it would be Planet S.
So, yeah, it's a solid map.
Remember, guys, there's so much strategy here because there's lots of Terrans here today. There's only so many TVT strats you can come in here with. You got to elect them right. Little back rub. I want a back rub. Oh, that's good.
Give me a little back rub.
You're good. He's giving me a little shoulder squeeze right now.
Yeah.
Our backs hurt after casting. We definitely do not sit up straight when we do this, guys.
No, definitely not.
And our little throats hurt from shouting.
Yeah.
And our little eyes hurt from looking at the screen. It's so hard being a caster.
And our little brains hurt.
The brains hurt.
So many bad
We're gonna
jokes.
think about the jokes and think about strats. Sometimes our little bladder hurts because we can't pee while we cast. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, he might very well. What did he pick?
Hold on.
Wait for it. Let's see if we get it before the graphic gets it.
Oh,
Whirlwind. That's not what I expected.
That surprises me. Wow, that's quite a choice, isn't it?
For a guy who's got wrist pain and it hurts to play StarCraft, I'm surprised you picked the game, the map that's probably going to cause the longest game.
Well, I mean, you can go mech here. Maybe he'll go bio again, though. I was actually a little bit surprised he went bio on that last map. It's kind of a funny game, though.
All right, we're going to go.
Not funny, but
No.
Funny strategically.
This is like funny. All right, guys, we're here in Seoul, Korea, where the best esports superstars reside to play in the most competitive esport of all time, StarCraft 2, here at GomTV.net. In the upper right, in a very impressive game back there, he took out the most accomplished player of all time. He is
MVPKeeN.
And in the bottom right, hoping to win yet another GSL Codas, he is
LGI MVP.
All right. A lot of people on Twitter have given some really great ideas as to what Pokemon you might be, Tasteless.
Yeah.
I think the Growlithe, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Someone said that we together are a Doduo.
Oh, I like that.
That's not bad. You know which one that is? It's like an ostrich with 2 heads.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with us being a Dugtrio, though. And I know that a Dugtrio is 3 Pokemon together, but you're so cool. You're like 2 Pokemon.
Nah, I'll take it.
You're 2 Digletts to me.
Someone's telling me on Twitter that Nesty would probably be a Lannister. Actually, Nesty could be, since I'm only in
All 3 dragons? Yes, Tasteless, I know.
I was going to say Jamie Lannister's dad.
Yeah.
Ruthless nerd.
Nesty's better than all that.
I've only seen season 2 of HBO, and I'm still on book 1, so don't be spoiling anything for me.
Game of Thrones is just an ant farm for Nesty to watch what the simple people do when he leaves his throne for a few years.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
All right. KeeN going for quick command center. Command center first, and then barracks right into a quick gas. Whereas MVP this game actually going straight into a factory. He hasn't made any sort of command center yet. So looks like he wants to get aggressive early on here.
Yeah.
With neither player scouting, it could be a little bit harder for KeeN to counteract this. But with the quick gas, I mean, that's that build that you really kind of want in this situation against what MVP's doing.
It would be a real shocker if KeeN won this, man. No offense to KeeN, it's just like the notion to me of MVP not getting out of this group or having to even go into the losers, that's scary.
Yeah, well, I can tell you what, right now MKP is basically trying to give KeeN all of his power for Spirit Bomb, man. Like, this is...
Yeah. No, Ranking Prime definitely does not have to face off against MVP, and Ranking Prime never beats MVP.
He does not beat him. It just doesn't
It's to the point where MVP actually jokes. Like,
MVP laughs when he plays MKP because he just can't lose. It's a mental block eventually. It's not that their skill levels are necessarily so different. But when you lose to someone too
many times, you're just like, oh,
your brain just, you can't do it. You can't beat them
Your
anymore.
thoughts are programmed.
Yeah, you have a losing mentality. It's as bad as it can be.
Yeah.
It's badder than Leroy Brown, man, and that's the baddest cat in the whole damn town.
I don't know Leroy Brown. I actually don't get this joke.
I'm sorry. It's a song.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry.
I can't believe you don't know that.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Let's start over. Let's go to the booth. Tell them that we have to start the match over because I didn't get your joke.
That's all right. You were too busy listening to Sum 41 when you were a kid.
I actually you want to know the truth? I actually liked Sum 41 when I was a kid.
Me too.
It's a good band, actually. Yeah.
I liked it quite a bit.
Like, pop punk, I don't like it. I'm like, oh, it sounds good.
No. It's a big fan.
A day ago, I was heard some song playing a cafe. I'm like, it's a good song. So I got little
guaranteed Justin Bieber.
Yeah, it was a Justin Bieber song.
Every time you think a song is good as Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I know.
I noticed this.
I know. I was like, oh, it's a good song. I don't remember which song it was. It was kind of like a remix or something.
Yeah.
But it was a Justin Bieber song. I'm like, oh,
Justin Bieber. Has
I guess I like this Justin Bieber song. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Disney puts a lot of money into that kid. They have to have some good songs come out of it.
Yeah.
I'm 28. I can say these things and not be embarrassed. I don't care.
No, man. You gotta like what you like.
Yeah, man.
That's what else I like. StarCraft.
Yeah, it's a good game. Yeah. No shame in there.
No. All right, so Cloak is almost done. The Banshee is flying north. We do have a Viking on the way, though. So the unit composition that KeeN is going for is actually a very good defensive composition, but right now he has no scans, he has no engineering bay, and both of those things are really going to work against him. MVP is going to get a lot of kills here.
Yeah, like an abnormally large amount of kills.
Yeah.
Snap.
He's up to 3 SCV kills thus far. Now this is great zoning that we're watching. He's trying to keep that Banshee away from mineral lights as best he can.
Oh, he's going to scan? This is a lot of...
I don't think he has a scan yet.
But he's trying to fake it out like
now he does.
And he books it out of there. He'll get away.
Yeah, that was actually quite a mistake. You want to wait till they get a little bit more.
You can see me now, but the scan is gone.
He has one more scan now, but a second Banshee is on the way.
Yep.
So, you know, that the first Banshee has run out of energy. So now he can focus on the second Banshee for now. He's got to get his missile turrets up. And you know what? MVP is doing a really good job with this Tasteless.
Well, this is pretty bad.
He's killed that missile turret. He's killed 7 SCVs and 6 Marines so far.
Funny thing is that he messed that up.
Oh,
sick.
But his energy is gone, so he's got to get out of there anyway.
Talk about absolutely using that Banshee for the very, very end.
Yeah. That Banshee has been weighed, he has been measured, and he has found worthwhile.
Yes. Thanks, Artosis.
No problem.
Sick analysis, bro.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like KeeN's going to be coming out here now. I don't really blame KeeN for doing this. He has to try to do some damage himself. And they'll try to deny the expansion. I think this timing is a little bit off. I mean, obviously because the Banshees did so much damage. Because it looks like the expansion is going to be set up and safe, like right as KeeN gets there.
Yeah. He does have siege mode, whereas MVP does not, but there's only 1 siege tank, so it's not a huge deal. You can just move back from it a little bit.
Yeah.
But the 3 Vikings is probably the scariest part here. How many scans does he really
in moments like this, you actually want to bum rush the tank, like KeeN's tank, and then just take out everything.
Yeah. Well, he's going to send in 1 Banshee right now, and this is the right choice. How many scans does he actually have? And he has no scan right this moment, so the next Banshee can come in immediately, and KeeN knows that, so he is going to back up. And that's a successful hold overall. He got a Banshee via that push, but that was basically all he got to do.
All right, more barracks set up now. And now driving him back. Yeah, KeeN has done the right thing, just turning around. This is not going to do anything.
Well, now the game is going to stabilize quite a bit. There's no real attack timings coming up for either player. MVP's getting his stim. We have another command center going up for KeeN. So they're both in these positions where the best they can do is small harassments. And even then, how much of that can they really do? Not too much. One thing I do want to point out is that KeeN actually has 47 SCVs against 39 of MVP, which is a little bit surprising since he killed so many. But MVP does have his third command now, a little bit ahead of KeeN, so
yeah,
he'll be able to catch up at least somewhat in that area.
And this TBT is starting to normalize. There's not, I mean, they're going to try to gear up. As you can see, they're just making a bunch, barracks, getting their upgrades and everything.
Their reactors. Yeah, again, it's you can only do harassment from here for a bit. But now we're going to get into Marine Tank against Marine Tank again, and MVP.
This is like what MVP's the best at in the whole world. He's so good at this.
Is he not the best in the whole world at everything?
Pretty much.
Including Protoss and Zerg.
Except for being Nesty. Nesty's a little bit better at that. But, no, I mean, seriously, when it comes to the Marine Tank versus Marine Tank, it's like MVP's so good. He's so good.
He certainly is. He did lose that last game. It was kind of a weird game, though. I think this game will get to more bases, which could help.
Oh, this could be bad.
Oh, he might get
This actually could cost you the entire game.
Yeah, notice how
repair it!
Oh my God. I can't believe he saved it. I thought for sure it was gone.
I was like about to make a joke like, wouldn't it have been funny if all the SCVs had actually gone up there and repaired it? We'd be like, MVP, you're so good.
That was the closest thing ever.
Ever.
Wow. And the thing is, KeeN's +1 is just about to finish. Like, if he had dropped right now, he would have gotten it with that +1. It was just a couple hit points away. Wow, I can't believe MVP saved that. I would have looked at that and sighed before I sent my SCVs, because I would be so sure it was dead,
Wow. Well, I'm serious, guys. Had he gotten that, the denied stim, I mean, KeeN would have had such a window of opportunity.
Yeah.
Been so ahead of MVP for a period of time.
Yeah.
And it would have given KeeN the opportunity to probably do a time and deny the third.
You're right. I mean, if you have stim and your opponent doesn't,
you just win engagements. There's not actually a lot to it.
Marines are way better on stim.
Yeah.
Way better. Marines don't want to do it natural.
No, man. Just say yes.
To stim.
To stim. Just say yes to stim.
And to GSL.
And to GSL.
And Artosis.
And Artosis.
Not to Artosis.
No?
He's dangerous.
Yeah, he's a deadly nerd. You got combat chills for both these guys. Looks like MVP's is going to get done a little bit quicker. I can't believe that tech lab, man.
I know. Yeah, so this game is so even right now. It's 61 SCVs to 68. KeeN does have the lead there, which is nice for him. 4 medevacs to 3.
I don't think MVP should do this.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything he can do very much here, to be honest. Oh my.
Okay, he's going to do it. Let's see if this works.
Well, this is a kind of interesting attack because he actually got a lot of siege tanks in good position here.
I can't believe he actually made that work.
Against that many Marines, and when you have this many medevacs, I almost feel like you could go out there and try.
I don't even feel like you can unsiege right now.
Yeah, I mean, that is not a lot of Marines down there for MVP. That's where it gets scary.
Well, the good thing is if he unsieges and KeeN notices, he can actually stim and run down there and kill it.
Yeah.
Which is what he just missed out on doing, but he could have.
Well, that is one way for MVP to start pulling a little bit ahead. He's down in Marines slightly, but now he's up in tanks, and the tank count is more important than the Marine count the later you get into the game.
All right, siege mode coming up here. And that was a nice little denial. Now, MVP right now is the one with the positional advantage. This is one of the maps where the watchtower doesn't matter, so don't watch them.
Yeah,
don't
it's not
eyeball the watch. Especially in these positions, it's much more important if it's upper right versus bottom left. But
it's still a little bit useful.
Yeah.
But
well, it's not bad. It's not good to have it, but it's just...
The thing is, the weird zigzag you have to go through to the right that we see KeeN actually entering into on the minimap. it's kind of out of the way, but it can be done.
That was actually a lot of damage that was dealt just there.
Yeah, it was.
And actually, KeeN can flank this and probably kill it.
He actually might just go around, but no, yeah.
No, okay, now.
MVP knows what's going on. He's going to have to back up to his C-Chink line for now. Uh-oh, that is a big Marine drop, Tasteless.
Yeah.
He loves these moves, these depth drops.
Oh, but there's a Viking, really well placed Viking.
Well, one Viking is not going to stop for
But at least it'll sound the alarm. Let's finish this tech map where we started.
Well, that is a lot of Marines in your base, MVP. These SCVs getting pulled up. A C-Chink coming, some Stim Marines, Medevacs coming as well. MVP in the meantime starting to do a counterattack. KeeN looking like he might be able to actually take this. But oh my god, look at his beautiful move. Take out these C-Chinks. And if he gets all these, then KeeN suddenly is not going to have a good defense.
Oh my god, all right, MVP's pushing forward now. Stim coming down here. From SCV's everything. The kitchen sink being thrown over here to try to take out this attack. And KeeN does it. Actually, KeeN, I think, is going to win this game.
He's got it, man. He's still the main base of MVP. He's killed off MVP's SCVs, and he killed off the attack of MVP. Even though it was a beautiful little counterattack, KeeN hit from every angle with everything, and MVP just didn't have the Marine count to hold that off.
Well, Medevac's pretty good.
They're all right.
They're not bad. Yeah, this is like, okay, he's inside the heart of the Terran space. He can just kill stuff as it pops out. GG, MVP's lost. Damn. I'm sure many of you at home became huge fans of KeeN after he became victorious over MVP in round of 32, season 1, week 2 of GSL Codex.
Yeah. MVP very well may fall out of this group, man.
Yeah.
Roro's
good.
Be tough. And he's going to be hoping that KeeN beats MKP, so then he can just take a walk over into the round of 16.
Yeah. Wow. And, I mean, KeeN, he played, like, there was no gimmick strats, no
he played well.
cheeses, no all-ins.
He's very quick to pick up his whole army and just go with it in Medevacs, which won in both the games. That move won in both games.
He totally deserved to win. He was the better player there.
Good play.
We're going to go into the winners group after the